Que lo que, mi gente. They finally did some buffs and some nerfs in My Hero to Rumble for a set of characters that heavily needed it. So we're gonna actually not go in the same order as the blog post. We're gonna go from importance level. Okay, so first of all, let's say, hey, hallelujah. Okay, hallelujah. Asui is finally nerfed. Her alpha, her beta, definitely not the same as they were last time, so I'm happy about that. So just to kind of clarify here, for the alpha, they reduced the damage at all levels, they unified the reload speed at all levels, and then they reduced the number of bullets at level 1, 2, and 3. So when you get to level 4, you'll have the same bullets as you did before when it was level 1, but you gotta get to level 4 just to have the same amount of bullets as you did before, which is great. Now for the beta quirk, Ribbit Swing, they reduced the damage at all levels. Super happy about that, because before you could just do the beta quirk on midair, and then as you landed you could do it a second time, and that did a lot of damage to pretty much any character that you fought. So I'm really happy about this change. I mean, honestly I love playing as Sue, but the reason why I love playing Sue was because of how crazy she was. I mean, she has it all pretty much. The movement, instant revive, the damage. She wasn't really missing much outside of maybe tanking ability. You know what I mean? But everything else, she had it. So I'm glad that they kind of, they give a little nerf there, make her more relevant to what she actually should be. But then we have Momo on Falling Castle Wall. They reduced the reload speed for this, which, I would have liked a little bit of the damage nerf there. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit hits like a Mack truck, bro. It's pretty tough. Or make it a little harder to control, something like that. That would have been kind of nice. So then we're gonna move on to what I believe to be the next biggest change is Shota Aizawa for his Gamma quirk. They increased the damage at level 3, 4, all the way to 9. So starting from level 3, he'll have more damage, which I think is nice. His quirk, that Gamma quirk, is the only quirk he has that works as intended from the release. Like, it works perfectly. There's no issues with it whatsoever, in my opinion. But I'm glad that they did a damage buff to it, because I mean, it was pretty underwhelming even at level 9. So next up, we got Himiko Toga, her beta quirk, Slasher Killer Knife. Increased damage of attacks from second stage onwards at all levels, and then increase the number of bullets at all levels. So this quirk isn't really used for damage that much. Like, yeah, sometimes Himiko Togas don't really have anything else to use, so they'll use this for damage. But for the most part, what they like to do is run away with this, because they get like crazy speed, and they can pretty much hold the quirk button down as they're running away. So I understand why they did this, but most people are gonna use it to run away. All right, so we have Deku, who had a Black Whip nerf for some reason. I don't get why they did that. I mean, it's not. I played Deku not that long ago. The past few days I've been playing as him right now, and his Black Whip is not that crazy. Like, I don't think the cooldown was anything, to write home about, but they reduced the reload speed on it. So I guess if you use it, hey, you're gonna be, SOL if you try to use it again and you're trying to get away from a fight. And then Bakugo, his special action, which is really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Bakugo's special action is really nice. That also had a cooldown increase. So now it basically takes a lot longer for you to be able to use it again after you used it twice. That makes sense. I think it's just making characters less prone to being able to successfully disengage a fight. So they have to really think about how to go about disengaging. I get it. It's not just, hey, let me fly away, and then, the cooldown comes back and then gives them another set of quirk. Nah, I'm glad that they did it like this. But regardless, those are the changes. Now, let me just say this. I think these are very welcome changes. I don't think anything feels out of place here in terms of what they decided to nerf and buff. I think it made sense. Obviously, you would want more nerfs and more buffs to happen, because you want the entire roster to be balanced. But it's a good step, right? They already did one round of buffs and nerfs not that long ago. It's the second round. So they are actually putting, an honest foot forward in making the game more balanced, and I can appreciate that. Now, let's talk about My Hero Academia Ultra Rumble getting a scan for their season 2. Here's the thing, okay? I'm not that excited for season 2 outside of the new characters, and they actually announced duels mode, right? So you're gonna have duels in My Hero Ultra Rumble. So that means there's gonna be more teams in the matches, which also means there's gonna be more fights happening. So there's more action happening as you're going along in the game, which is a very welcome change. Obviously, this is just gonna be a mode that you can choose like in the menu system. So if you wanna play with just one person, you could, and then that way you have 12 teams in the map. And it basically is for people that are more fight oriented, people that are more likely to want to get into the action faster. Because the thing is, in the regular mode, when you have 3 people, there's less teams as a whole. And because there's less teams, everything is more focused on certain areas of the map as far as action goes. But with this mode, it'll be more scrambled. There'll be people trying to spawn everywhere, if that makes sense. So I'm actually very much welcoming this. And then of course we're talking about new taunts, new voices, new emotes. I don't care about that stuff, man. All I care about is the duels mode and the new DLC characters. That's it. Everything else can just go, I'm good. But anyways, that's pretty much it for My Hero Ultra Rumble. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna actually see if I can record some matches now with these new changes and see how different it is. You guys take care.